for me. Work for me.
Hello everybody, it is Christine. I am back from the wedding and PTO and all the things, and I'm already behind, but that's okay. So this is our Scraplift Crafternoon, and we are celebrating Miss Ashley because it is her birthday. So here is the layout, the inspiration here, and I think she was doing a Scrap-a-Sketch. I don't know if she shared it on, she may have. But basically she's got one photo. This is a little bit larger photo that I think that I've got going on. She has this cool kind of textured background looking stuff. There's a little torn piece over here. She's got arrows going this way. There's like a little square, maybe an embellishment cluster if you want to call it that, and then kind of one here. I love her little florals here, these little leaves. I may have to pull my dies out. I didn't pull that out yet. I'll have to look. One big photo here. So this to me kind of spoke, and I don't know, I haven't watched her video on it. I struggle to find the videos. If I can't search on YouTube, it's kind of weird. Anyways, it looks to me kind of 49 and markety-ish. And so what I thought to do is, I have this picture of the four of us at the airport on the way to the wedding. And I thought, you know what? I've got this travel one from 49 and Market. It was called Wherever. And I thought, you know, there's probably something in here I can make work. I haven't looked really closely yet, you guys. I'm kind of imagining like and also this stuff, these right here look kind of like those rub-ons and stuff. And I'm hopeful I can maybe use those. I think this is maybe I don't know what that is. I've got to find a piece that kind of resembles, or at least gives me the feeling of her background, and I'll figure it out. It's okay. Whatever I decide will be just fine. I don't think the brown, the airplane would be great, except I think I lose. On the other hand, I kind of like it. It's a little more vibrant than what she's got going on, so I'm a little hesitant because I kind of wanted to use these things here. But if I do that, am I going to lose it? And I very well might. I do like this. What if I end up doing something? This is really off what she did here. What if I bring in one like this and frame it? That's completely not what she did. But I can use my airplane, because I kind of want these airplanes since we're at the airport. But I can do this, bring that in, and then I can use this. And then I can use my little rub-ons, and that'll be cute. I may do that, you guys. I'm technically deviating already, but it's okay. It's a scrap lift. That's what we're supposed to do. This would have been cool if it's like mountains or something. I don't think I would have used anything else, because this is not right. And I don't think... That's a little too much, right? We just talked about that. That's not right. I think that's a gorgeous piece of paper. These are not right. I think I'm going to stick with that one. Because I guess theoretically... No, I kind of like this one. I'm going to go with that one. So that's my starting point. Let me cut that down. And then I've got to figure out like the little arrows and things. I do have a punch that does those little arrows. So let me go pull that out as well. So what did I just say? My leaf die. And I can do the leaf in this thing. This is kind of a darker color. That could be neat. I'm going to go get my leaf die. And I'm going to go get my arrow punch. These have nice branding strips too. That's the other cool part. Because she's got a little strip going around the bottom with the arrows. So I think I may use this one, because why not? I do need to get a piece of white cardstock here to mat my photo, and I'll probably double mat it. I'll add some more colors because it definitely needs some stuff. So I've got a few little pieces of homework, and I'll be back on in a second. Okay, so I've cut down my little painted map looking thing by 1 inch total. I tried to kind of balance the pattern out a little bit, so I think I got it pretty good. I went ahead and decided to use the airplane paper as that like vertical photo mat piece. So I'm going to cut that. I did make sure on the frame, by the way, that I had cut the painted paper small enough where I could see the airplanes on the outside. Because if I put it like, I usually do like a 1/2 inch frame. But if I'd done that, you really couldn't see the airplanes, and it was a pretty color palette, but it didn't really show the airplane part, so I definitely wanted to show the airplane. So I've used my little notebook punch, because she had used a little notebook punch. I cannot find, you guys, my Tim Holtz scuff writers. I have no idea. I know where they usually are. They're always there. I don't remember moving them. They're gone. I don't know what I've done with them. I'll have to find it. So I use my fingernails. I've got my photo. I did double mat it. No, triple mat it. I put a white cardstock, and then I put the brown and then the blue. I think I mentioned that to you in the intro. And then I've got this little chipboard frame here, which was kind of perfect. It's kind of a chocolate brown, I guess, with some little numbers around it. I'm not sure what it's supposed to be. There's actually like nested ones in the chipboard that comes with this collection. So that worked out kind of nicely. I'm going to cut out these rub-ons in a second, the little like map and compass looking ones, and I'll tuck them in where she kind of had some of that. I don't know if she used rub-ons or like a stencil or something. She could have used like a stamp or a stencil. I'm going to use these rub-ons because, you know, they're great. They're great rub-ons. I will take one of them and kind of cut it in half. So actually the top one in the top one in the top right and then the lower right are actually the same rub-on. It's this one here. I'm going to cut it in half. And I'll use that and kind of turn them and stuff like that so it looks right. Now, I'm going to be honest, this is going to tweak just a tad here and there. I think I actually scooched the whole assembly over to the left a little bit. So you're getting a good sense of it, but it's going to shift just a tad. And then I remembered she did have that little torn piece up there in the upper left. So I've torn this out. I kind of like it too because it shows a little more of an airplane. So I think that looks kind of cool. I'm trying what order I do stuff in, to be honest with you. I'm going to like... go back into my, I have already also cut, by the way, I think at this point, I've already cut my little leaves. Like I used a die and I cut a bunch of blue like leaf things. I don't bring those in though till the very end. So I think they're off to the right at this moment. I'm kind of looking at this piece here. I'm like, okay, do I go and do the rub-ons? I think I actually start going ahead and pulling out some of the ephemeras first though, because I wanted to make sure where I put the rub-ons that my ephemeras weren't going to cover them up really, which is kind of funny because I end up using the little leaf things and they kind of cover it, but it's okay. It's fine. So I get into this and I'll find a few little pieces. It's not exactly how she did it, but it's close. I found like a white, like clipboard looking thing. Then there's like a green, I don't know, label looking thing. I'll end up pulling out a globe. She doesn't really have a circular element, but I had this globe and I don't know when I pull it out. You'll see it in a minute. And I'll decide I kind of like that up there. And then I did find a little piece that says Admit One with some airplanes on it, which I really like. Then there's that Grand Adventure. I think that's kind of perfect because this is us. I don't know if I told you about the picture. If I did, I'm sorry. I haven't gone back and listened to the intro, you guys, and that was yesterday. So I've done slip since then. But this is us at the airport. We're fixing to go to Colorado for my daughter's wedding. And I'm kind of sad because the hat that she's got on, you can kind of see my daughter has this white hat on. It's actually like a little cowboy hat that has bride on the front and a little veil on the back. And she wore it traveling because she didn't want to pack it and get it squished. But she actually wore it during the reception. So the way she kind of did the reception was we had this outdoor wedding. She had this gorgeous gown. And you guys, if you watch me on Instagram or Facebook, you've seen it. If not, you will definitely see it when I do the scrapbook because I'll definitely be for sure scrapping it. But the gown was a little bit long. We're going to a barbecue joint. So she switched over to, it was actually my prom dress, my high school prom dress that we had altered for her to wear. And then she had this little white cowboy hat and then she had little white, these white cowboy boots. And it was just adorable. And she looked so cute. And it was this, cute little like barbecue place. And I didn't get a single picture of her in that dress. I'm so upset because the photographer had left by then, by the time she changed. So I'm a little sad, if I'm honest. I may have to have her put it back on just to take a picture of her. Anyway, that's kind of the photo. We're at the airport in the lobby, or not lobby. What's that called? Waiting room? Not waiting room. The lounge? No, I don't know what it is. You know where you wait for your airplane. It sounds like I never travel, and I have traveled quite a bit, so it's kind of ridiculous. I can't recall. The gate area, I guess. Anyway, that's where we are. Here's that acetate photo strip I mentioned to you, and I'm using my Nuvo glue. The chipboard had some adhesive on it, but it still needed a little bit of something. There's a little orange plane, too. I was kind of pleased. I'm going to use that where she had her butterfly. I looked for a title, like a chipboard title or something like that. I ended up with this special time title. I think it works. It's got a kind of a bright white around it, and it's a puffy one, so I couldn't really like trim it or anything. I think it still works. I like it. The special time makes a lot of sense anyways. Here's me tucking in all my little leaves that I cut, and I was kind of proud I cut enough. I was a little bit worried at first, but I cut enough, and I'm just kind of tucking them around. She kind of had them going around almost like I want to say wreath, but that's not exactly right, but kind of. She just had it kind of going around, so I followed that same kind of strategy there. I put puffy up underneath, or I put a foam up underneath the Grand Adventure, and the bottom of the Admit one. I've already glued all that stuff down as well. I'll just use a little Nuvo glue on the bases of these little leaf things because I kind of want them to like have a little movement and a little lift to them. So I will just use it on the base. I may regret that. I may need to come back with tiny little foams because I don't want them to get messed up in the album, but we'll see. And then I will add, I think, do I do it yet? Oh, here's why I got this strip. I almost forgot about that, you guys, because she had like this little strip at the bottom with these arrows, which again, I think is kind of perfect for a travel page. I did use my little, I think it's a Stampin' Up! Punch I've had for 100 years. It's got these like, almost like photo corners, and I used them to make the little arrows. And then I had just a border strip. I think it was a border strip. It's either I might have cut it off the side. I'm not certain. But it's a little 1/2-inch strip there, and I just trimmed it to match the frame piece. And then I'll use my punch on that blue paper there to make the arrows. And I kind of like that because I brought in the photo matte color. So it worked out nicely. Now I actually flipped it over because there's actually some really cool graphics on the back side and I didn't want to mess them up. So I'm going to, on purpose, kind of make sure I only get the blue out of the little, like, generic area. I don't know if you want to call it that, but like we're just no graphics. I may end up coming along and fussy cutting some of those graphics out of there. That's like a road or something. It looks kind of cool. I may end up kind of fussy cutting that out. I'll do this set and then I'll have to cut one more set in just a second because I don't want to use the different sizes. There's actually 2 different sizes. That's why you see some to the left over there. But I've made my little arrows. I'm going to use Nuvo glue to glue those down. Also, I used my scissors to scuff the edges of them because I could see that she had scuffed the edges of her little arrows. And then I thought, you know, she didn't really have this, but there was some little puffy hearts on the title acetate thing over there. And I thought, you know, this is going off to a wedding and all that good stuff. So I'm going to put these little hearts on here and I kind of liked it. And the only thing I do, she doesn't do this, but I go ahead and did. You can see at the bottom of my photo there, I had these 2 little, or this little photo strip or like stamp looking thing. And I just wrote the date and then we're at the airport heading to Colorado for the kids' wedding. I did want to capture that. So that is my layout, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you check out the links below because we always have, you know, a few people playing along. And of course, check out Ashley's channel. It's her birthday. Wish her happy birthday. Give her some love and all the good stuff. And thank you guys so much for watching and we'll see you next time. Bye.